Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Gavin Gilbert, age 17, has been charged with 1 count of murder and 4 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Gilbert is in Hopkins County Jail being held on a $2 million bond for the felony 1 murder and $500,000 bonds on each of the 4 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. A call to Hopkins County deputies at 6:30 p.m. alerted law enforcement to the shooting that had occurred on County Road 1185 near the South Liberty community. Tyrese Pryor, age 18, was in a vehicle that was driven to the Hopkins County Fire Department. Pryor had 2 gunshot wounds. He was transported to Christus Mother Frances Hospital, where he was pronounced dead by Justice of the Peace Precinct 1, B.J. Tier. Gilbert was arrested when the Texas Ranger, DPS, and the combined Hopkins County Sulphur Springs SWAT team served a warrant around 2 a.m. Monday at the Gilbert home on County Road 1185. Hopkins County Sheriff Louis Tatum stated that a disagreement between Gilbert and Pryor and others, Gilbert, who was on foot on County Road, and 4 individuals in the vehicle, led to the shooting. 4 shots were fired into the vehicle, with 2 rounds striking Pryor. Gilbert was on foot at the time of the shooting. Tatum stated more information on the incident will be released at a later time following a full investigation of the case. Tatum stated that J.P. Tier had ordered an autopsy. While Gilbert was in Hopkins County Jail, his father was also in Hopkins County Jail being held on a misdemeanor for drug paraphernalia. They were arrested at the same time. December 31st is the deadline for nominations for Outstanding Professional Educator, Outstanding Paraprofessional Educator, and Outstanding Auxiliary Educator, and for Small Business and Large Business of the Year. A number of other nominations are also being received in preparation for the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce February 2018 Chamber Membership Banquet. Leslie Brown, Executive Director of the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce, tells us about seeking nominations.
It is time for nominations for the 2017 Chamber of Commerce Banquet. Even though that's held in February of 2018, it's reminiscent of the year before, and so we call it the 2017 Banquet. And it is time to go ahead and get nominations in for those, as it kind of takes quite a bit of decision making to make all of that happen. So we're asking for nominations, and there are many different categories to choose from. So one of them is Caregiver of the Year, and those go to the Pilot Club for selection process. The Growth and Renewal Award is done by the Downtown Business Association. Judge Robert Newsom does the Community Pride Award. The Ag Worker Association does the Agriculturalist of the Year. Beta Sigma Phi does Woman of the Year, and then the Chamber will be handling the Small Business of the Year, Large Business of the Year, Educator of the Year, the Vision Award, and then Citizen of the Year is sponsored by Echo Publishing.
Where do they send their nominations?
So that's a little bit of a complicated process. We will be publishing all of the addresses that you mail those to in my Chamber Connection in the upcoming week. It'll probably be in there this week with the exact location of where those need to go for each category. But the Chamber will be accepting Large Business of the Year, Small Business of the Year, Teacher of the Year, also Vision Award, and the Citizen of the Year.
When's the deadline?
The deadline is December 31st, which is coming up pretty quick. If needed, we'll extend just a little bit, but we won't go past the middle of January for those. The banquet is actually scheduled to be held on February 15th, which is a Thursday night, the day after Valentine's Day.
You want to talk about a theme?
I do want to talk about a theme. It's pretty fantastic. This year, my chairman of the board is Butch Burney, who's the publisher for Sulphur Springs News Telegram. And so this year's theme is a 1920s newsboy newspaper theme. And so we're going to try to step back into 1920s just a little bit, and we're going to see what Hopkins County looked like in 1920.
Here's Don Julian with sports.
In sports, Texas A&M Commerce defeated West Florida 37-27 to win the 2017 Division II National Football Championship. Both teams arrived at Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Kansas, looking for their first national title. One day before, the A&M Commerce quarterback Luis Perez was named the Harlan Hill Award winner. The Harlan Hill Award is the Division II equivalent to the Heisman Trophy, and Perez completed 23 of 30 passes for 323 yards and 2 touchdowns in the win. The Lions defeated Winona State, Central Washington, and Minnesota State on their way to the championship game. A&M Commerce finished the season with a 14-1 record. The Lions have won 4 straight Lone Star Conference championships in a row. The Wildcats basketball team, ranked number 11 in Class 5A, once again played solid defense to defeat an opponent. The Wildcats outscored Royce City 59-30 at Royce City Friday night. It was the Wildcats' final non-district game, as district play will be getting started Tuesday night. Friday, the Wildcats only allowed the Bulldogs single-digit scoring in each quarter. Wildcats coach Clark Cipolletta said the defense did a great job making every Royce City shot as difficult as possible. The Wildcats led 12-6 after one quarter and 23-15 at the half. Royce City actually closed within 5 points early in the third quarter, only trailing 23-18. At that point, the Wildcats scored 7 straight points to take the lead back up to 12, and they were never threatened after that. In fact, after that 5-point lead, the Wildcats outscored the Bulldogs for the rest of the game, 36-12. Once again, all 13 Wildcats played, and 11 of them scored points. Michael Jefferson led the Wildcats with 11, including 1 3-pointer, and Keyston Willis and God's Gift Ezedinma both scored 10 points. The Wildcats improved their season record to 15-1, and they've won 8 straight games. The Wildcats will open district play at home Tuesday night at 7:30 against Pine Trees Pirates. The Lady Cats basketball team, now ranked number 9 in Class 5A, improved their district record to 2-0, and they won their 8th straight game as they overwhelmed Hallsville at Hallsville 73-26 Friday night. The Lady Cats got off to a strong start, and they led the Lady Bobcats 19-4 after one quarter and 37-13 at the half. Lady Cats outscored the Lady Bobcats in all 4 quarters. Kaylee Jefferson led the Lady Cats with 25 points, and Sadavia Porter scored 23. Amani Taylor hit double figures with 10 points, and Autumn Tanton returned after missing the Greenville game Tuesday with an ankle injury, and she scored 7 points. Lady Cats 2-0 in district play, and they're 14-2 for the season. Their game schedule for Tuesday in Pine Tree were rescheduled for Monday. And why did we not tell you that? We were not notified.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.